Yo, what's going on, guys? It's Cream Slice. Welcome back to the channel. So today we're going to be covering a Titan build that right now I cannot take off. I know storm grenades are the meta right now for anything, but this Void Titan build I've not covered on the channel yet, but I cannot take it off, guys. We are taking controlled demolish to a whole nother level. You're going to be able to do pretty much any activity with a few loadouts that we've got pairing with this build. We're going to be able to get constant overshields, everything. We're going to be spamming volatile just everywhere. It's such a super fun build, and just obviously we're going to be using the ability spam exotic, which is highly known in the Destiny community. It's Heart of Inmost Light. Yeah, that's right, it is the best Titan exotic. Let's just all be serious. If we take a long hard stare in the mirror and be honest with ourselves, Heart of Inmost Light is the best Titan exotic right now. Build comes crazy AoE damage, volatile everywhere. Everything's going to be exploding in front of us. We're going to be getting constant overshields. We're going to be freezing things. So if you do enjoy this video, please leave a like on the video. Let the video play out to the end. Anybody who is new around here, you're welcome to join the family. Subscribe to the channel if you want. We finally got the Discord up and running. We have a few iconic members in there right now, so if you really want to, join in on the Discord, jump in, chat about anything, whatever you guys want to do. If you want to run some activities, anything you want, I'm sure we can build an amazing community in there. So feel free to click the link below and join the Discord. So when I was putting this build together, the aspects and the fragments are all going to be the same, but I wanted to put two loadouts together which could compete, one in the end game and two with 90% of your daily activities. Both solid loadouts. One of them you're getting constant overshields, but the second one is going to be utilizing a very special bow and absolutely shred overload champions. If this is anything that you are interested in, then stay tuned. The main exotic we're going to be using with this build, like I mentioned, is Heart of Inmost Light. So basically what this does, every time you use an ability, it will empower your other two abilities. How I would personally work it is I would throw a barricade down with this build, get an overshield, get my grenade and my melee empowered. I would then use a shield throw, which we're going to be using to keep the loop alive. We're going to make everything volatile. That will then empower our grenade and our barricade. When you get 2 stacks, this is a 20% damage increase with your shield throw. With your grenade, it's a 35% damage increase at 2 stacks. So I went with the rally barricade because it has a bit of a shorter cooldown. Shield throw because I found that this was a lot easier to get off, ties in with the ability loop. We're going to throw the void shield, we're going to hit enemies, it's going to ricochet off targets, we're going to get an overshield, and we're going to make enemies volatile. I chose to use a vortex grenade because it's still one of the most powerful in the game. When I was picking the aspects with this build, I chose to go with Bastion for that on-tap overshield, plus we're going to be able to spam our overshield, making it more effective with Heart of Inmost Light, and we're going with controlled Demolitionist. I feel like this is one of the most solid aspects in the game, especially when it comes to Void 3.0 across all subclasses. Just the fact that we can kind of have the volatile on tap with any of our abilities. So hitting a target with a void ability or volatile explosions, it makes them volatile, it increases your damage and it causes them to explode. And every time we make an enemy volatile, it's going to give us health back. I wanted to maximize how we could use controlled Demolitionist in pretty much any setting. I chose to go with undermining so we can weaken targets, so it increases our damage by 15%, weakening our enemies because everything's going to be volatile. We're going to be constantly throwing empowered grenades. We've got our shield throw, just it ties into this build really nicely. Then we have starvation. So we are going to be constantly getting overshields with any of our abilities, but then when you add starvation and devour into the mix every time you pick up an overpower, it's going to increase your grenade recharge rate as well as Heart of Inmost Light, and you're going to get full heals on every single kill. With instability, defeating targets with grenades grants volatile rounds. So everything from here, from the shield throw to our grenade and echo of instability, we're pretty much making everything around us volatile, which is going to give us overshields when we get a kill. It's going to have that nice AoE effect. If you didn't want to run instability, you could run echo of impulsion for that even extra AoE damage with your grenades or your shield throw. So the way that we've got the armor mod set up, guys, it will be exactly the same with both variations of the loadout. I made it this way so we could add some firepower to our weapons, and also another mod that will help us achieve that gameplay loop of infinity volatile spamming. So the first mod on the arms is going to be focusing strike from the artifact mod. You get class ability energy when you cause damage with a melee attack, and then we've got elemental ordnance to create a void elemental well. When we pick up that void elemental well, we're going to increase all of our void damage by 25% with Font of Might. We've got high energy fire. This will pair with Font of Might, so giving your void weapons extra 45% damage buff. If you're not using your void weapons, it will still give your other two weapons a 20% damage buff, which is definitely what you want to be running in the harder content. Elemental charge, so this is how we're going to be able to activate high energy fire through picking up that void well. We've got assets to assets, gain bonus energy on grenade kills, and then you want harmonic siphon because you are going to be running a void weapon to take advantage of instability with a volatile round. Is heavy handed, and then so what this will do, when we use a charge melee, we will regain half of our melee energy. So I chose to use this because it kept my Heart of Inmost Light loop going the whole time. It just makes it a lot smoother, especially in harder content. In the shield, making everything volatile and then getting half of our charge back. And then I was using outreach as well, reduces melee cooldown when you're using your class ability. So it all ties in together and feeds into the Heart of Inmost Light loop really nicely. First variation of this loadout for the harder tier content, personally this is the way I run it. The heavy weapon is going to be your choice, but definitely would choose Riptide, can stun champions. So if you say had barrier champions on, 2 shots of this will stun lock a barrier champion, then you can switch to your heavy and take it out. A chill clip is what you need to be able to stun champions. Using the Lemon Arc, combine it with controlled Demolitionist, Font of Might and high energy fire, you're going to be deleting every single champion. Second variation of this build is going to be using the Unforgiven submachine gun. It is absolutely shreds, guys, and I've got repulsor brace, so when we're making everything volatile and weakening everything with our grenades, we're gonna not only get the overshield from our barricade, we're getting overshield from repulsor brace on tap, which is absolutely amazing. And then if you want to go one step further and throw the tractor cannon on just to disintegrate everything, debuff them by 30%, or you could take it into higher content because we have unstoppable shotgun, so you could also run that, and then Riptide for your barrier champions and throw on whatever you like here. But really hope you like it. Feel free to join the Discord. Yeah, I'm Cream Slice. Have a good day.